Okay, so let's have a look at the rig I'll be using for this session. Starting off with the pop-up, I use a 12mm Pro Stim liver pop-up. Working my way down, we've got a talon tip in size 4. I prefer an intend eye for this rig. Small bit of putty attached to the knot, and then around 8 inches of braid. Finished off with a nice big loop just to attach to the swivel. So nice and simple rig, easy to change and very, very strong. Hi everyone, I hope you're okay. Welcome to today's session. Quick overnighter, and again we sort of found the fish, which wasn't, to be fair, too hard. There's a lot of people look around the same time as me, and sort of, I don't mean it in a bad way, but luckily they didn't see sort of the fish that I saw, so they were coming in and out of snags at a certain point. I made note of their exit and entry points, and I'm going to deposit, as you've seen a moment ago, 2 of these onto the spot. So nice and simple, little multi-rig, as I've already covered off, Pro Stim liver pop-up on there. It's nice and easy because essentially I can leave it on the rod and just change the hooks after the session, or if I have a fish. You know, this is quite a tricky lake, so I'm not expecting, you know, more than one fish, but the reality of it is I can leave this on the rods and just change the hook when I get to the next session. So lovely, simple and versatile rig, but most importantly really strong. So we know the rig, we've got the swim, and we know we're on fish, and we found their entrance and exit points. So basically just dispatched 2 of those rigs onto the entrance and the exit points with a little scattering of broken boilies. So again, keeping them match the hatch. But again, that Pro Stim liver, if you've not had it or tried it yet, basically it's a really rich kind of garlicky flavour essentially, and yeah, again, I like the kind of dark colour, especially this time of year. There's a lot of cygnets on the water, a lot of swans, a lot of duck and wildlife. Just keeps you hidden for a little bit longer rather than sort of a nice sort of bright one, etc. So in terms of the lake, I'm not going to spin it around and show you all the lake out of respect for the people fishing here. I'm not going to name it either. You know, we know our fishing is very pressured everywhere we go, and I've got a lot of respect for the people who fish this place. So, but long and short of it, stock wise, you're looking at between 60 and 70 fish. I've not been down here for about 6 months or so. I tend to try and fish it during the winter, so we're coming into sort of September. I'll fish it through right the way through now until probably January time. Stock wise, like I say, about 60-70 fish. Really beautiful, stunning black sort of, I don't know all the strains, so I'm probably wrong here, but I think there's some front fish in there. I think there's a couple of VS fish. I think there's some prairie fish in there too. So really beautiful strains of carp, really black, really old, and just the place is run brilliantly. So I've got the rigs on the spot. When it first turned up, yes, I saw these fish, but I also saw 2 smash out down the other end of the lake, and basically the only other people on went down that end, so I've kind of been able to keep it quite quiet down here. I put my brolly side on, and because it's camo, it just blends in a little bit better. I mean, to be honest, I don't know how much to read into that, but I can only assume it helps a little bit having the mottled colour on the outside of the bivvy. I put it sideways on so that they basically can't see me moving about inside the bivvy, because I'm fishing really close in, and again, I want to keep my movement down to a minimum. So yeah, let's sit on our hands. Let's put no more bait out. I'll try not to get up and down as much as possible because it's quite gravelly here, and it can make quite a lot of sound, so I'll try to keep it quite sort of subtle when I'm in the swim. I'm trying the new Gardner alarms today. I say new Gardner alarms, been out quite a while, but new to me at least. The ATTs are an alarm that I've wanted to use for a long time. I've kind of swapped over them for a couple of reasons. One, I like to just have the volume on the trot box. I know you can do that with other alarms, but I like the simplicity, the bomb-proof. I was always a big fan of Neville's, so I like the white roller wheels. I like the absolute simplicity of the product. I've had alarms from Fox, from, like I say, Steve Neville, Delk's TXIs, Crikey, there's not many alarms, no sirens. I've tried a lot of alarms. They're all really good. I just want something that's absolutely bomb-proof, that's going to take a smack or two. There's not too much to go wrong with it, and these do exactly that. And of course, having the sounder box as well is what I was kind of after. So these tick all the boxes. If you even drop them in the water, very unlikely, but they can work underwater as well. It's bonkers, they're so well sealed. So yeah, trying out the new alarms. Really happy with them so far. In terms of fishing now, what we're going to be doing next, what's going to be our next video? Well, the next video I'm going to do is on Raspberry. Now, if you look back at some of my old videos, you'll see we did a video on Hut Island, which is on Raspberry South. Now, my good friend that I fish on these trips, and when we go abroad, Elliot, he's actually a member on Raspberry North, so he's going to be fishing the North Lake, then wind in and come see us. I've got a bit of a tricky one because it's on a Friday, and we leave early Sunday morning. I've actually got a meeting in Holland on Friday, so I've got to fly, so I've got to drive with my kit, park at Gatwick, get on a plane, go to Holland, have my meetings and everything, stay overnight there. Another sort of meeting in the morning, fly back, pick up my car, and then rush as quick as I can to Raspberry, but I'll make sure to record it all. Last time we went there, I think I had 5 runs and 2 fish in a few nights. And I think, no, was it 3 fish? I can't remember. But anyway, we all got a fish, which was great. Yeah, it was a lovely place. Really, really impressed with it. A lot of floating weed, but I'm sure it's not as bad as when we went last time. So fingers crossed that will be in a couple of weeks, I think. So really looking forward to that. So other than that, I'm going to kick back now, relax, make a cup of tea as quietly as I can. As we came into the evening, all the flora and fauna came out along with this squirrel, and yeah, it was just a lovely evening. Okay, so after a really quiet night and a very misty morning, the right hand rod ripped round, and a bit of an oddly shaped mirror, but a lovely old one, and yeah, she came out a bit better in the stills than the video. I think it perhaps was the way I was holding her, but yeah, lovely fish.